You're listening to this file from youtube.com/mahdi, MAHDIABEDI. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share the video, and post your comment below. Also, my website is mahdiabedi.com, which there you can find my projects and contact info.
The Evil Chocolate Guide to Podcasting. By the Evil Chocolate Cookie, copyright 2022 by the Evil Chocolate Cookie. This book is property of the Evil Chocolate Cookie. It may not be copied, in whole or in part, without the express permission of the author. Chapter 1. Is podcasting for you? Before we get started with actually setting up a podcast, we need to know if podcasting is actually for you. We will learn about why you think podcasting will work for you, as well as some cases where other forms of content creation may be better. We will cover things you need to know when making your decision. By the end of this chapter, you'll know if podcasting is a good fit for what you want to do. Do you enjoy public speaking? Let's face it, podcasting requires a lot of speaking. You know your words will be heard by someone eventually. If this doesn't bother you, you're golden. If public speaking is difficult for you, you may have some issues recording your podcast. Your audience will be listening to your words. If that makes you uncomfortable, podcasting may not be for you. Consider starting a blog if writing is easier for you. We will discuss that more later in this chapter. Are you camera shy? Okay, so maybe it's not public speaking that bothers you. Maybe you could speak to the entire population of Earth without flinching. Maybe cameras and microphones bother you. Well, let's face it. Podcasting requires a lot of time in front of the microphone. If the microphone is your friend, no problem. If the microphone is your enemy, you may want to choose another form of content creation. If you're uncomfortable, your audience will be as well. Do you have the time to manage a podcast? One thing most people don't realize about podcasting is that it takes time. It takes time to record, edit, upload, market, and plan your podcast. Does your schedule allow you to do these things? If so, perfect. If not, can you get some help? Asking for help with some of the work involved in producing your podcast is completely acceptable. You may have friends who can help you edit and promote your podcast. If your coworkers know you're working on a podcast, they may tell their friends. That can help with promotion. If none of these options are available to you, wait until they are. You don't have to completely give up on podcasting. Just put it on hold until you can do what you want with it. Patience is a virtue. Another thing to remember when considering starting a podcast is things won't happen immediately. If you are expecting thousands of listeners to immediately flock to your first episode, you may want to lower your expectations. After all, everyone has to start somewhere. If you aren't willing to wait and help your podcast grow, you will probably get frustrated quickly. This is true for any kind of content creation. Remember, good things come to those who wait. When is another form of content creation better? Okay, so you really want to podcast, but public speaking or spending time in front of a microphone pose problems for you. Maybe you don't have as much time as you feel you need for your podcast. Whatever the reason may be, sometimes another option is better. A blog might be beneficial to you in the situations I mentioned. A blog is like a written podcast. You don't have to speak, and you don't have to spend time in front of a microphone. The only thing you have to spend time in front of is your keyboard. Like podcasting, you have a lot of options for starting a blog. However, those are beyond the scope of this book. Searching Google for how to start a blog should give you something useful. Another option is writing a book, just like this one. This is best if you have a specific topic you want to write about at length. You can write an ebook on that topic and publish it yourself. In fact, you are reading a book like that right now. All you need is a word processor and an idea to get started. Have you made your decision? So you've read over all of the information in the previous few paragraphs. Have you decided whether or not podcasting is for you? If not, there's no rush. Take time to think about it and come back to this book later. If you have made your decision, Congratulations! If you decided podcasting is for you, then keep reading. The chapters after this one are full of information you may need. If podcasting isn't for you, no worries. Hold on to this book anyway. You may change your mind someday. Keep reading if you want the information anyway, or if you're just curious. Maybe you'll learn something important for the future. Maybe something you read in this book can help a friend. Just have fun, and best of luck.
Thanks for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share the video, and post your comment below. Also, my website is mahdi.com, which there you can find my projects and contact info.